Hello dear, and welcome to this week's Portugal Dreams. It's a little bit different from what we normally do. As you know, we've having some building work going on, so we've not managed to do a great deal this week ourselves, although the building work is progressing really fast and hopefully they're going to be finished in a couple of weeks. So we're going to show you, Steve will update you on what's been going on with the building work. We'll show you a little bit of that. But we thought we'd do something a little bit different. Quite a few people have asked to see out and about around the area that we live and about shopping and things like that. So in this video, Ellie Rose and I are going to cover some days out we've had together, looking for clothes, shoes and makeup. So do you want to tell us, where did we go first, Ellie Rose? It's just going to be very informal. We're not going to
just throwing it on me. Yeah, so our first day out, I believe, was in Fundão, which is one of our closest towns, isn't it?
Yeah, Fundão is, yeah.
One thing you'll notice a pattern with in all of the videos of everywhere we've been is it's quite difficult to film, especially in the smaller shops. There is a lot of people there and it is kind of awkward to film.
It just feels a bit wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you go in with the intention of filming and then when you get in there it's kind of, yeah, it just feels a bit wrong.
But we have done our best to kind of document things still, so hopefully you'll still get a good taste of what's been going on in the videos. So in Fundão there was quite a lot of more small boutique areas. There wasn't much in the way of shopping centres as such.
So this is what I would call the main street in Fundão. This is where all the banks are, and there's quite a lot of shops as well, garage, etc. Petrol station, cafe bars, chemist. I'm not sure what the name of the street is, but we'll find that out. Mio and Nos Shop, that is your internet provider and mobile phone provider for this local area. So this is the local place in Fundão where you would go for blood tests when your doctor needs any tests for you, COVID tests, etc. They're all done here. So this is like the town hall, I believe. It's a very pretty building. There's lots of benches and trees round about for shade. And that building over there is where you go for things like planning and certificates and things. Just going to pop into this little cafe bar here and get a cold drink. So we've just stopped here for a cold drink. Gardens are beautiful. And we're under the shade of a big umbrella, so it's quite nice. In Portugal they serve you at the table, for anybody who doesn't know that, so you just sit down and they come and serve you, and they'll take your money when you've finished, so before you leave you either go and pay or shout them across, well not shout but beckon them across to pay. We've had a little wander around the shops after having our soft drink at the cafe you can see up there. We're now at a place called Rock Pizza, and I've just ordered a pizza for Ellie Rose and I. Yeah, it looks quite nice. It does have quite a lot of good reviews. On Facebook and other internet places, so we'll see what the food's like. So we chose this pizza with a barbecue sauce. It's very nice.
We did manage to get a few nice things, didn't we? Mum managed to get quite a nice dress for herself, and I managed to get just a few things to pick up because I decided I wanted to pick up a new hobby, so I've started crocheting. So I got myself the basic materials from shopping there.
Did you get them from the Chinese shop, your crochet things?
Yes.
Yeah, one of the shops which a lot of people use in Portugal, and especially the English people coming over here to live, there's quite a lot of Chinese shops. In fact, one road in Fundão, I think there's about 3, and they're really massive stores. They're like the big American stores. Anything you can think of, more or less, you can just about get in these stores. So I think we did a little bit of video on some of the aisles in one of the shops. So I'm just trying to remember what's there. In the first aisle was like artificial flowers, gardening things. The next aisle's like pictures and mirrors.
Yep.
And then there's cushions, bedding, so all your textiles, little rugs and carpets. There's a lighting section.
Stationery.
Cooking.
Different hobbies.
Candles.
Yeah. Reed diffusers for different scents. There was quite a lot of oil diffusers as well. There's even sections with beauty items in, and some of them do also have a section for shoes, clothes and handbags.
But they are all very small sizes, we found, didn't we?
Yes, in particular these shops are catered towards Asian sizes, so a 2XL in their clothing may only be about a size 14 from what we're used to. So there is a massive size difference when it comes to these shops, so just be aware of that if you guys are going to go shopping in them.
They also do like tools, gardening section. I mentioned gardening, but now I'm going around the shop in my mind and it's garden furniture, paddling pools, things like that. Makeup, as Ellie Rose has said, costume jewellery.
They do tend to have a seasonal section as well, so around Mother's Day there'll be sections for Mother's Day gifts, Father's Day gifts. Around Easter there was some quite nice Easter decorations.
Christmas decorations.
Yeah, when we went in around Christmas there was some really lovely Christmas decorations, and it is all fairly low priced things.
They are, yeah, they are a little bit on the sort of the very cheap, so some of the things are quite cheap made, as you would expect, but it's okay for some sort of things that you don't know where to go to look for things. Like we recently decided to get some mosquito bands. One of our friends has got these like little bands that stop the mosquitoes biting. Ellie Rose is quite badly affected by them, and Steve.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we'll try there first. We got them there for £1 each, didn't we?
Yeah, to say the last 7 to 10 days approximately isn't bad. I mean,
yeah,
£1 for 10 days relief is...
So basically, if you just sort of move into Portugal, and until, I mean, we've been here nearly a year now, and we've still not found our feet of what shops are where, and we're still coming across new shops just about every day. But the Chinese shops are quite a good place to go as a starting point for things. But mostly our days out have been about buying clothes and things, haven't they?
Yes.
There's also a market in Fundão every Monday. And that tends to be, again, the clothes are very small sizes. I mean, they're not even your sort of average 14, 16, are they? They're like 8s and 10s. But then again, Portuguese women, a lot of them are quite small in height, and the younger ones especially are very tiny, very petite. So yeah, there's everything you can think of on the market: plants, seeds, kitchen stuff, things you'd normally find on a market really. So that's quite good, and that gets quite busy.
Does indeed.
Can't think of anything else in Fundão with.
Nope. So after Fundão, our next stop was in Covilhã.
Covilhã.
I can't pronounce it. Covilhã. There is a couple of shopping centres in Covilhã. I think we visited 2 or 3.
There's quite a big one, isn't it? I'm trying to think what it's called.
We do mention it in the video,
yeah.
Which you'll see a little bit later.
And if not, we'll write it on the bottom of the.
We will write it somewhere if it's
yeah.
not verbally mentioned anywhere in the video, but I'm pretty sure we do mention it.
So today Andreas and I have come to Sarah Shopping Centre in Covilhã. I'm going to have a wander around. We're having a girls' day out together. So we'll show you some of the lovely shops along the way. We won't be able to show you them all, but we'll film where we feel that we can. There is quite a big car park here, and it's also free. It's the car park. So there's perfume shops, fashion shops, book shops, opticians, sports shops, homeware shops. So we've just called in at a food court in the top of Sarah Shopping to get lunch, and it's a salad bar. I think it's €8.90. So yeah, that looks quite nice. So we're just going to stop shopping now and have a bit of lunch.
So now we're at Covilhã Shopping. We've just stopped off at this little one on our way home. So we'll have a look around there and see what goes on.
So we've just come for a coffee and a pastry, and the lovely lady here, when she saw that I was very hot and I was saying calor, she's given me a cup of ice, jello, which I thought was really sweet of her. Yeah, lovely. Portuguese people are so nice. So we've just got back from our trip shopping at Covilhã. I bought myself a new pashmina. Ellie Rose, as always, was in the makeup shop, one of the makeup shops. There are quite a few makeup shops about, actually. It's quite nice. This one was called Kiko. I bought a couple of nail polishes. We got some new t-shirts for Steve. Probably tell me he doesn't like the stripes, but hey ho.
We like the stripes.
And we got some new shoes, both of us. I got those. And Ellie Rose chose these. Little shop called Seaside in the, what was it called? Just Covilhã Shopping. Yep, so unfortunately we're struggling to find any clothing shops that we like around here. The last time we bought clothes we had to go to, was it Lisbon we went to, Ellie Rose?
Yep.
So I'm feeling another shopping trip coming on for the girls.
That's where we found the little shoe shop, Seaside, isn't it?
Yes, Seaside, well you say it's little. Seaside
It's quite
is
big,
a very big shoe shop. quite reasonably priced shoes again. They had quite a good sale on some stuff as well. The shoes I got from there are very comfy. We ended up having to get some because my one good pair of sandals broke.
We came over and we got rid of a lot of things in the UK before we came and thought, oh, we'll buy new, but I must admit, it's been really difficult to find clothes, especially plus size. Ellie Rose and I are losing weight, we're eating a lot healthier, which we'll cover in another video. But we're still trying to lose weight, and we still are a plus size, both of us. So it is quite difficult finding things. But the seaside shop for shoes was really good. There's some like little flat diamante shoes. There's sandals, there's boots, there's all kinds of shoes, wedges, everything you can think of. Children's shoes, men's shoes. There was quite a choice, so we'll definitely be going back there to buy shoes.
And they did also stock some lovely handbags that I stopped myself from buying. Another place that I noticed that they had that we did spend quite a reasonable amount in, there is less beauty stores about, I've noticed, than in England, but they are in general nice quality makeups for a slightly lower price. So one of the ones we found was Kiko Milani. Very well priced, and the products that I've tried from there are really, really good, to be honest. Compared to some of the higher end brands, they do seem to stand up just as well. One of the things I have personally noticed is, in general, the Portuguese women tend to wear a lot less makeup and a lot more subtle makeup. The only things I've really seen that have been like, oh wow, she's wearing makeup, is maybe a brighter lip colour. That's been quite the adjustment for me because I really like my bright, fun, in-your-face makeup.
Ellie Rose is a makeup artist. I used to wear makeup every day when I worked. I've always liked a natural look, so not a lot of makeup. Well, a lot of makeup, but natural looking. But since I've been in Portugal, I've found it so hot that I feel uncomfortable in makeup, so I'm not wearing it. I just tend to wear a little bit of brow pencil, mascara, and sometimes some lip gloss, a clear, just to moisturise my lips. Because it's nice to have a nice tan as well. I still look after my skin, which you need to do because it's quite drying and aging if you don't. I've not really bought any makeup since we've been here.
And I'm trying to adjust to the new makeup, and I don't like it one bit.
Yeah, the Portuguese women, even going out for a meal on a night, the most they'll wear is lipstick.
Yeah, lipstick, a bit of mascara.
A bit of mascara is. I think I've only ever seen one person wearing mascara actually, even going out.
Maybe a couple.
But in
general
they don't wear it. They're just natural beauties.
I stood out like a sore thumb when we first came because I was obviously still wearing the same sort of makeup I would wear in England. And you could see people wouldn't say anything, but you definitely get a few questionable looks. I very obviously looked very British.
I'll tell you something else I've noticed about the Portuguese women as well. They do like the nail polish.
They do.
Yeah, their nails are always not real long talons, but keep them quite short and nicely manicured. But they do like bright nail polishes, even though they're not wearing makeup.
Yeah, the nails are they're still a functional length, but they are a nice colour, and they always do look well done, freshly done sort of thing.
Yeah, they all look fresh, that's right.
I've never seen anyone with chip nail polish.
No, I haven't.
Except
I was just going to say that. Yeah. So what else did we buy from Covilhã?
Covilhã?
Did I buy a dress? I don't think we didn't buy any dresses, did we, from Covilhã. We haven't got to know, sort of, like in England, you would know the names of the shops, you would know how good a quality they were, what sort of things they sold.
What sizes they tend
What sizes they did. We're still getting used to all that. There is a shop in the shopping centre at Covilhã that your dad likes, and that's that Springfield.
Yes.
That does some nice men's stuff, and it's quite reasonably priced. It's not cheap as far as Portugal goes, but then again, it's not expensive as far as the UK goes. So yeah, Steve's had quite a few bits from there. We did get him some shirts that day, didn't we?
We did.
We did. Did we do anything else in Covilhã? I don't even think we had lunch, did we?
I have no idea.
Can't remember.
Not a clue. Anyway.
Yeah.
Last one that we
The
went
last
to.
one was Castelo Branco. I love Castelo Branco. It's got some beautiful architecture, but again, maybe that's something we'll cover in different video. Their little boutique shops are quite well spread out. We didn't go looking round the mall because the day we went it was very, very hot. It was nearly 40 degrees. So we went straight into the Forum shopping centre, which is air conditioned.
It needs to be.
What did we buy in there, Ellie Rose?
H&M we went in.
Yeah, I bought a nail polish from H&M.
You got a few.
A few?
No, from H&M actually.
Yeah.
Did you manage to get any clothing that day?
I bought that white dress, but I can't remember where that's
That
from.
was from actually a different shop that we did
Okay.
later on.
And I bought the one that shrunk.
And the one that shrunk, yeah, which was also from that shop.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was. But in Forum there is quite a range of different things. It's mostly clothing, but there is the few odd things that have home type stuff.
Oh yeah, they've got like home stores, jewellers, toy shops, chemists. There's a lot of things in there.
Yeah.
In the Forum.
Mostly clothes.
And then upstairs there's like a food
A
court.
very large food court.
So there's is it Hema?
Ema.
Chinese and Asian food.
Yeah, it's
Asian.
taste, so it's Asian.
There's even, is not McDonald's, what's the other one?
There is McDonald's.
Oh, is there?
Yes, there is, most definitely.
Burger King?
No, there's not
No.
Burger King.
Sandwich shops, traditional Portuguese obviously. There's a bacalhau place, isn't there? That's the Portuguese salted cod. Ellie Rose has tried that. She likes that. I've not tried it yet. I don't fancy it, but maybe one day. Yeah, there's all sorts up there, so it's quite nice. You can go do your shopping and have a meal as well. So we've come to the Forum shopping centre today, and we've just stopped for lunch. I've got some lovely noodles, and what have you got, Ellie Rose?
A poke bowl.
A poke bowl. Okay. It's really lovely up here. There's lots of different places to eat. Yeah, it's good. Anything else from that place, Forum?
Not that I can remember.
No.
So then it was on to a shop that was recommended to us by somebody on Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name
Can't
of the
remember
shop.
the name,
but
sorry.
we do mention the name in the video, and again, if not, I will put it in editing. It was a very, very large clothing shop again.
Absolutely massive. I think I show that on the videos you'll see in a minute.
So we put out a shout on Facebook last night because Ellie Rose and I are not really finding very many clothes shops and in our area. Somebody has pointed in the direction of this place called Manza, so we're just going to nip in and have a look. So I'm stood at the back of the store, and this place is 4 times the size of this square that I'm stood in now. It is huge.
There was mostly clothing. There was also a section that had shoes in it again, bags in it, a small section of beauty things. And the bit that got me so happy was there was actually a small section that had Halloween things in. I've been struggling to get anything for special effects and prosthetics makeup, and they had a little section that had liquid latex in, which I have not been able to get here yet. I think I bought out everything they had in the shop of liquid latex.
You can tell what Ellie Rose's passion is, can't you?
Yeah. There was also some Halloween wigs that I have been converting slowly into a more wearable style because they are quite shiny.
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of myself with that one.
The thing I'm struggling with as well with clothes at the moment is a lot of things seem to be like polyester, and with it being so hot and us not used to the climate, I was more looking for cotton really. I did get a nice little white cotton dress. So yeah, might wear that soon. We did, when we first came early on at Christmas, we had a couple of days at
Lisbon. We went to.
We stayed in a hotel and we visited Primark, which is a shop that Ellie Rose loves.
Because it does clothing in a larger size and because it is normally affordable. You have to remember I was a student directly before coming to Portugal, so I didn't.
Now she lives off Bank of Dad.
So yeah, to be able to have like nice fashion and keep up with things and enjoy clothing, Primark was one of the few shops I could guarantee I could walk into and buy things in, even in England, to be fair.
So yeah, we'll just cover a few more shops. We're still ordering from Marks and Spencer's Portugal. So Marks and Spencer's do ship to Portugal and it's quite reasonable, and you don't have to pay the
import
taxes. Next is the same. You can order things. You can also order furniture and Algarve removals backwards and forwards to the UK. They'll actually pick things up for you and deliver it for you, obviously for a fee. We're using Amazon España.
Yep,
They deliver.
Amazon Spain is pretty good on that. You can tend to get things. Though I would just be careful with getting Prime. Prime's next day delivery isn't necessarily applicable because it's coming across a border still. But it is still a good place to shop.
To get things, yeah.
Talking about Amazon, we do also have an affiliate link for Amazon. So any purchases you make after following our link, we do make a small amount of commission from that. So that's any items that you purchase or any of the Amazon different services as well. So if you're buying Amazon Prime, if you're subscribing to Amazon Music, anything like that, we do just make a little bit on that. It doesn't cost you any extra to do that. So if you are going to do any shopping on Amazon, consider following our link.
And thank you in advance. There's also Olex, which is an online site. A lot of people here in Portugal shop from Olex. Can't think of anything else, can you?
Not really. There is the few odd things that keep coming up advertised to me on online. So Temu seems to be something that's popped up quite a lot. Time will tell how that is. That seems to be quite one of those sites that, again, the quality is low to go with the lower price. It's similar to shops like AliExpress by the sounds of it. So they do tend to be things that might be drop shipped and things. So that might not be something that everyone wants to go for. But it is, again, another option that seems to be coming up and about. And if you are struggling to find items, it may be an option for people. I know they do have a very wide range of things on there. I've had everything from beauty to clothes to household stuff advertised to me through that.
I will just say that in central Portugal, which is where we are, it's not very densely populated, and so there isn't a great many well-known shops. Buying things can be a little bit difficult to find the things that you want, and this is why, one of the reasons why we thought we'd put this video together. Places like Lisbon and Porto, there's everything you want there, but you know, it's like 5 hours on a bus to get there.
Yeah, I mean, you think of, oh, I wonder if they have a shop like so-and-so nearby us, and you'll Google it and the nearest one on Google Maps will be on the coast.
So I think we'll bring that to a close for there, because we're doing quite a lot of talking, and we will pop some videos in between. And so yeah, we thought Ellie Rose and I, well, all of us as a family, might do different things about living in Portugal. So probably the next one we're going to do might be about food, not necessarily next week, but the next video like this, we'll talk about food shopping, where we shop, the things you can buy, the things you can't buy. We might cover renovating and building, finding builders and things like that.
So this will be
different subjects that you might be interested in if you're thinking of coming to live in Portugal.
So this will be more like a small series of Living in Portugal 101 or something. Not 100% sure what we'll title it, but probably something along those lines. So it'll just be kind of based on our personal experiences of living so far and what we found works. And I'm sure there'll be other people who have completely different experiences and will be able to give different advice. Share any of that down below. It is great. Not only will it help us, but it might help other people who have moved or might be moving soon.
That's a great idea, yeah.
Quickie update on what they've been doing this week. As you can see, the veranda beam now has like rafters on it. The house roof has rafters, boarding and insulation, and some battens. And then Ellie Rosie's at the front of her house, looking down the land, has all the rafters on, and now so does the barn. So yeah, it's looking quite impressive now. They're certainly getting on with it a bit. And round the other side, I believe they're all done up to Ellie Rosie's with the boarding and installation. Had some more insulation, boarding and roof tiles delivered. They're hoping to start the tiling end of this week or early next week. As you can probably see, they've done all ours, Ellie Rosie's, and in fact they've gone just about all the way down to the well, they have done the barn and the adega. There's just a couple of bits at the top still need doing. Yeah, so plenty of insulation around here still, and they've got some of these bricks, quite long. They actually sit onto the wall for the overhang. So we'll see what happens with them when they go on. As I said, they've had a lot more tiles delivered and these blocks, roof battens. So yeah, everything's going along quite nicely at the moment. So as you can see, they've been getting on with a lot more of the roof today. Got all insulated at this side, and they've started putting the battens on over Ellie Rosie's, ready for the tiles. And as you can see, they've brought all the tiles round this side of the building. Just give you a quick look inside the barn. So you can see we're all boarded out inside the barns. It's insulated on the outside and ready for the battens doing. Obviously there's some gaps to fill in around the edges when they get all the rest done, but so far so good. So as you can see as well, inside the adega's all done. Yeah, it looks like quite a nice job when it's done, but we'll have a lot of tidying up and things to do before we can use it here. There's obviously some holes in the walls all want pointing and what have you, which I'll be doing, but the main's to do the outside of Ellie Rosie's first. So as you can see, they've got all the back battened, started putting Tyvex type material on the roof. This is somewhat the other builder bought or ordered before we got rid of them. This builder uses that one. So, but it says it's good enough, you know, it's good stuff to use, so yeah. Do.
just like to say a big thank you to Jane and Mark from Perfect Piece of Portugal, and also Stacey, one of our subscribers, who have both given us a donation through buyersacoffee.com. We're going to plant some trees in the autumn time. It's too hot at the moment, but one of our next jobs is going to be to start on the land and to plant some new trees and do a bit of pruning and get rid of some of the trees that are dead. So we'll keep you posted on that and let you know what we've planted. So thank you very much, Jane, Mark and Stacey. We'll keep you posted on what kind of trees we buy.
So I just thought I'd show you where we've ended this week. Obviously they've put a bit more shuttering on Ellie Rose's just to bring the beam up to the level of the house where the roof tiles are going to end. As you can see, it's all latted over Ellie Rose's. We've got some battens holding the insulation down all the way down to the barn at the front. We've got all this Tojolos now filling all the gaps in at the front, and right across under the what's going to be the veranda. They have the steel up, as you've probably seen earlier, and we've also got some more steel for the tiles. Then down the side of the house we've got the flat sort of single thickness Tojolo running up the gable wall, which will give us a little bit of lip for rain, where before the tiles were right to the edge. Thin Tojolo goes all the way along the back of the house, back of Ellie Rose's house, and all the way down to the bottom of the buildings, right up to the adega. Got some membrane on the roof at this side. Yeah, I think they've done pretty well again today. These are the sort of single Tojolo type thing that I'm talking about. I don't really know what they call them. Somebody out there will know. From a bit closer up so you can see.
Okay, so we'll bring this video to a close. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or you've got some different ideas of what we could cover, or you'd like us to cover, then please pop that in the comments or email us, message us.
Yep, any of those. Please remember to like and subscribe as usual, and make sure you have rang that notification bell. It does help us out, you guys being subscribed and liking those videos. And we will see you next week. Bye!